welcome back to John. My name is Jay.
And I'm Vilnius. Please explain why
You know
John.
John. You know John.
I do know a John. Yes, that's
You do know
true.
John. That's the John. Whichever John you're thinking of, that's the one.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't really that complicated.
Yeah, I guess I was digging a bit too deep into it. Too deep into it.
You really were almost disgustingly deep, like creepily deep.
Okay. Now we're exiting this part of the podcast.
I don't appreciate your tone, Vilnius.
I'm sorry, Jay. Man, I regret everything I've ever said and more.
Disgraceful, man. But yeah, welcome back to our podcast. We may or may not be going. We're doing a. Are we undergoing a rename to John, or we kind of on the fence?
That's exactly what we're doing. Yeah.
We're on the fence. Yeah, we're on the fence about a rename to John.
I'm not on the fence. No, I'm 100% on this.
So would you say you're not on the fence? So where would you say you are in regards to the fence?
You're on top of the fence. We were crossing from the left side. I'm on the right side. I already went over the fence. Is what I'm saying.
And like, what kind of fence is this? Does this fit with standards in Philadelphia for housing, or what are we talking?
To be honest, Jay, I don't really know.
You don't know, do you? You don't know. You don't know. You've been lying to me this whole time.
It's true. My name isn't even Vilnius.
It's just purely human.
That's true. I am a human being. That is a fact.
Well, how can we be sure? It's an interesting thing to look at. And that's what we do here on John. We make you think.
Yeah. Psychological breakdowns.
Such as, the classic riddle, Vilnius and the Hot Wheels car.
Really making this podcast seem a lot deeper than it truly
Well, Vilnius,
is.
we all understand how truly deep and meaningful this podcast is. That's why we called it John. John actually, obviously, as you should have known, otherwise you're ignorant, has a meaning. We spell it J.O.H.H.N. Just only have... Hey, Vilnius, this isn't a laughing matter, and you know that better than anybody.
I'm sorry.
Just only have handsome numbers and thoughts. So we, the A and the T,
the AT are silent.
At the end is silent. yeah. So, but anyways, guys, now that we're done with what we love to call the deep and thoughtful segment of the podcast, Vilnius, how was your week this week, my friend?
I've been doing pretty well this week. I do not have much going on with me. How about you?
I think I've been somewhat in the same boat. It already feels like it's been ages though since we were back in break. Which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just feels, well, it's probably a bad thing. It feels like everything's moving very slowly.
There's some good in that, Since it's all gonna be over soon, might as well savor it.
This is true. No, this is true. Yeah, I'm gonna be really sad when my days of being able to sit at a desk on a laptop are over. And
I meant more just high school.
I think I know, Vilnius. I was joking. It was called a joke.
Okay.
Vilnius, it was supposed to be funny.
I'm laughing.
I can tell. You seem like you were very enthused by the joke.
It did not go over me at all. I completely caught it.
No, he understood exactly, like down to a T, like almost like it was a little creepy how well he understood what I was saying.
Almost as if we are two separate
of the same person.
Yes.
Maybe we are. Well, I don't know that we're separate. Why do you even bring that up?
I mean, maybe we are one person talking back and forth between themselves. That is it.
That's what you get when you come to John.
That's why it's called John.
Hey, Vilnius, they weren't supposed to know that. That was going to be the big
Oh.
reveal for episode 700. All right. Well, so a little bit of something interesting that is happening this week is my beloved hometown boy Flyers are coming back
Oh.
onto the ice against the yucky, disgusting yellow and black Penguins, who we
No.
all want to die. All right.
No.
So, me and the homies hate the Penguins. All right. Just so you know, me and the homies. No. Ew. Yuck.
Yeah, yeah. If you're a Penguins
Yeah.
fan, this is not a safe space for you.
No, if you're a Penguins fan, don't come here to seek refuge. Flyers are coming back. I'm very excited to see what is going to happen this year. I think we got a shot. You feel me? I think this year could be I don't know. I think we can make it somewhere in the playoffs this year. We
When
lost
was
some
the last
folks.
year that we made it somewhere in the playoffs?
2010. Or
Ooh.
we lost in the Stanley Cup at home, which is the worst way to lose in a Stanley Cup at your own home.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no worse way. But the last time we won the Stanley Cup was we actually won it back to back, and it was in the 70s. So
Oh
as you
boy.
can see, there's been lots of success in the Philadelphia franchise.
Yeah.
Lots of
Just
Stanley
another one
Cups.
of those Philly sports teams that wins every year.
I mean, you guys know the ones. I mean, it's crazy, man. The Eagles are already in the Super Bowl this year. Oh man, how did they do that? We don't know, man. People
Eagles.
keep people walk up to me on the street and they're just like, "Dude, why?" I'm like, "Hell if I
Dude,
know."
why? They just ask why.
And I'm like, "Hell if I know, man. Like, why I know? Why? What do you want me to say?" They're like, "Man, I just was really hoping." And I was like, "No." So, that is
They
how I
ask
live most of
why.
my
Jay
life
just
these
says
days.
no.
Dude, people asking all those questions about the Astros scandal, they forgot about how Philly actually won that World Series. Uh, yeah, so it is one of the craziest conspiracies ever
Yeah,
in the
I
history of the entire world. Actually,
I don't know about
um,
this conspiracy. You wanna give me a
yeah, dude.
rundown?
So basically, what the conspiracy is that Philadelphia has never lost a sports game ever.
This is true. This is not a conspiracy.
No, but no, that's not the conspiracy part. That's the true part
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
conspiracy. The conspiracy part is that they don't want to admit it. Dude, can you
Oh.
imagine?
Oh man.
Dude, it's real bad for some of these people out here.
Like the
Like,
career's
poor
ruined
people.
by this.
Yeah, man. Like, I can't believe. Like, we had so. You know who's so good at football? Like,
Carson.
dude,
What's
Carson
his name?
Wentz
That's his
has
name.
never lost a game in his life. Um, the Flyers win the Stanley Cup every year. Honestly, people in Philly are getting a little tired of it. And like I said, people constantly coming up to me on the street. Dude, why? I don't know. Okay? So, you know, it's just stay on the job, uh, answering the tough questions, the rough questions, the difficult questions, even sometimes.
I
Uh,
know that this is a reference to something. What is this? Oh, Washington Week.
Literally not,
Oh,
but okay.
what is it?
But
Is it
okay.
not a reference to Washington Week?
It is not a reference to anything.
Okay, they
Uh,
say that in Washington Week. They're like answering the rough questions, the tough question. I don't know how he does it exactly, but it's basically that.
Man, I'm gonna miss Robert Costa.
May he. I wish him luck in his new endeavors writing his book, but yeah, his.
With what's his name? The guy who wrote Rage. What was his name?
I also forget
The
his name, but yeah, he was a guest on the show a few
His name
times.
was also Robert, wasn't it?
I think it was also a Bob name, yes.
Oh, Bob. Bob. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Bob Woodward. Bob Woodward.
Bob
Now
Woodward,
I
there we
remember.
go.
Yeah, he's writing a book with Bob Woodward, which is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Yeah.
saying that one of the panelists is gonna take over. But I gotta be honest, I'm utterly bored by most of the panelists. Uh, the one person I would
Uh,
enjoy seeing would be Peter Baker. I like him, but here's the thing: is he's a columnist for the New York Times, so he would never do Washington Week, especially since his job is not
yeah.
in Washington with a lot of other.
Mm-hmm.
Or from what I understand, he's from New York, which would make absolute 100% perfect sense. So, you know,
Yeah. Who knows who'll replace Robert Costa, but I hope they do a good job. Robert Costa really was the modern Carl Zeus, I would say.
dude, Carla Zeus, CNN Student News. But then they
Technically,
changed it, right, to CNN 10.
yeah, it's CNN 10. I was going to say that technically Carl Zeus is still the modern Carl Zeus because he's still at it.
Well, yeah, as long as he's still alive, I would expect so.
Carl Zeus was the greatest man to ever exist.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Like, is there any other feat that has benefited humanity more than his puns at
Then
the end of an
just him
episode?
exist. Forgot about that. Yes, I do remember now the puns at the end of the episode. Oh God, no, no, no! But it's not only that, Vilnius. Can anything beat the um? Well, you remember at the end there would always be the montage, that really epic music.
Yeah, he would never let us watch the outro
There
montage,
was
and we
like
would
the end
always
part,
get right
yeah,
into. We would always get right into the assignment.
yeah. But is there anything, Vilnius? Vilnius, what are you looking forward to? Is there anything coming up?
Anything coming up? I don't know, but looking back, I guess one thing
Hmm.
that has happened recently in my life, I've been following One Piece, the manga, for probably
Ooh,
almost 10 years at this point. I probably started picking it up when I was around 8 or 9.
old man.
Just recently, it hit chapter 1000.
Damn.
And, I mean, it's a pretty big accomplishment. I was a bit disappointed in the chapter itself. I was hoping that, like, because chapter 100 of One Piece is like, he wrote it, Oda, to be like a pivotal moment. It is when they first cross the Grand Line, which means nothing to you, Jay, but to anyone who
No,
read
it
it,
means nothing.
it is a very important chapter in the series. He kind of worked it to be something special for the occasion. And while chapter 1000 does like have like a sort of climax, right? It is like the beginning of a new thing, is an important moment in the current arc. Uh
Yeah.
it is certainly not in any way comparable. Um I don't know why I'm so hard on the chapter. It was fine. But to come with chapter 1000 to celebrate, so One Piece and many popular manga over the years will do like popularity polls with characters. And
Mm-hmm.
as a child, this was like, it seemed like the coolest thing to me to be able to participate in one of these. But obviously I could
Yeah.
not because these are in Japan. The current one now is worldwide. So I can
Damn.
participate, and like the child inside of me felt so good hitting that submit button on my vote. Yeah.
Man,
It was a
that's
bit
that's
hard on chapter 1000. It was a good chapter. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It
actually
was
that's funny that you mentioned that you've been reading, because I also was reading a little bit of comic, reading a little bit of webtoon.
Oh, getting back into that, Jay?
Just one.
Which
And it
one?
was um Let's Play.
Ah, the one
Well, I
you've
finished
spoken to
it,
me about. Oh, it.
of
Oh.
course. It hasn't been updated in a while though.
So is it
Since how do
concluded or is it on hiatus?
it's on hiatus, and it has been since August 17th,
Hmm.
which is not good.
Do you know if anything has happened to the author?
No, I looked on Instagram and it seemed to be inconclusive. She is still doing drawings of the
Hmm.
characters.
I know
Uh,
Webtoon will function in seasons back when I was still actively reading that stuff. Maybe it's gotten season one is over, season two will be coming out at some point.
No, this is season 2 yet, so we're waiting on season 3.
Well, that's what it is. You want to give a sort of thoughts on the series thus far, Jay?
Yeah, okay, it's gotten a little convoluted if you're looking at the beginning of it. The beginning was kind of like, haha, I play like World of Warcraft ish. Haha, I do raids every Friday. I think there's even
Hmm.
an episode at the beginning where you meet her raid party, like her clan or whatever. But then it turns into like a love story with, I guess, 3 love interests, which is pretty
Mm-hmm.
typical. I mean, it's like the gamer. The gamer had like 4 love interests or something. It's had some strange tie-offs to stories. Like one of the love interests fell completely flat in a way that I did not expect it to, kind of just in the middle of season 2. Um and it was like he was sending like signals and then he was like, "I'm not attracted to you." And that was really weird. Um and then the one guy who seemed like who would be the main love interest, who's like was generally one of the main characters in the story. Um, he's got like his own thing going on, like with his girlfriend and stuff. And there was like this weird story arc involving a medical condition, and and then the last love interest is where something is actually going, and that was weird. Like, if there was anybody out of the 3, the guy that she is with is the person I least expected her to be with at this point. And also, it absolutely does not pertain to anything that has been said in the story before.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
That's a bit odd.
Yeah, I think it's good, and there's a reason I continue reading it. There's a reason I was so obviously I haven't read it since July, but there's a reason I was very excited to come back and read like the oh no, I must not have read it since like March because I had quite a few episodes. But
I forgot
still,
that webtoons called them episodes. Maybe they're setting up the thing like since it's the least expected. Maybe it'll be like, oh, it turns out to be for the worst, and then one of the others comes and saves her from that, or something like that.
it's like see, here's the thing is the story sets up for it to be 3 love interests, right? When the one rejects her, it's in a way that's dramatic enough that you could see him turning back on that later and being like, I
Mm-hmm.
think I was nervous, like a stupid trope. The other guy who I thought was going to be the other main character and faded into the background a little more than I thought with his own little medical arc. He has a girlfriend, and at the end of season 2, he's at like his best with her, which is strange given that
Hmm.
this has been running for like years. Like this is not a new webtoon. This webtoon has been running since like 2017 with lengthy episodes. So it just doesn't make sense that after 3 years, even though it's only 2 seasons, something
Mm-hmm.
doesn't add up.
I guess big things will be coming in season three.
I suppose so, and I'm excited. I guess it'll be chilling. So we'll see what happens. And
It'll be chilling, chilling
w-
like a villain.
chilling like a yeah, exactly, villainous, as you always say.
Yeah, as I'm known to say.
Villa chilla chilla la 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 la. Whoa, the art changed so much from the beginning. Holy hell, I did not realize that.
Well, that's always fun once you've dug deep into a very long comic to go back to the beginning and see the stylistic evolution of it.
Yeah, there's actually some intense stylistic evolution here. The characters feel less full.
I don't exactly know what you mean by that,
They're
but
less detailed and less 3D and less like
okay.
believable. They're very flat compared to what it is now. So, if you look at the top banner, you will I won't tell you who's who, but it shows the 3 guys and her and it's weird. So, read it. It'll be fun. I've recommended it before on the podcast though. It's
You have,
yeah,
yes.
it's interesting though. It's fun. It's fun. By the way, isn't Blue Chair like one of the like it's like what they advertise webtoon with?
Blue Chair, I don't know about any more, but it was at one point like, yeah, the flagship series, I'm pretty certain.
You see, because it's got a third of the follows that Let's Play does,
Hmm.
which I find
Yeah, no, Webtoon
interesting.
has grown exponentially over the last few years, and it seems they have become the site has become more known for the romance and action than it has its sort of slice of life comedy like Blue Chair. Blue Chair's not really slice of life.
Yeah, because Blue Chair was definitely something that was huge when I first started using Webtoon. Like that was like, you know,
Hmm. Yeah, I think Blue Chair was one of the first that I had read.
huh.
Blue Chair is good. From what I remember, it was funny when I
I
first
mean,
read it a few years back.
it's all right. It's not like it's funny. See, the
I
one
mean, it's
thing
by
I
no means
remember,
revolutionary, but I don't think it's trying to be.
I know we had this conversation, but I did not like all of the Q&A episodes.
Oh, I do remember this conversation.
And
Those were probably my favorites, I remember.
see, I did not like how many there were. There were just too many for me. Um,
I can see that. He did like for a while it was like 1 in 5. He hasn't he dropped that series though, I think, a few years
he
back
dropped it a
even.
long way back.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of different series. He had like the altered thing, which I don't even know what the
Hmm.
difference between that and Blue Chair was.
Blue Chair, I think, focused more on the character of Shen himself, and Altered was just like 4 panel funny comic, just
But then it
unrelated.
just all became the same thing.
Sometimes he was in it. Yeah, I don't know.
It
I
just
haven't read any of it in probably a year or so.
yeah, I mean altered hasn't existed in a long time. But yeah, I don't know. I like webtoon. I think
Hmm.
I do wanna read. I may go back and read the gamer now that I know it's on
Mm,
it's on
gaming.
hiatus. Gaming. Didn't he. All of this happened because um he played like League of Legends or something like that, like some sort of game like that, and then he got the powers of a gamer.
Gamers rise up.
Gamers, gamers.
Wow.
So gamer, they even wrote a comic about it.
Well, Jay, do you want to keep going? Because I've kind of run out of steam.
Well,
I don't really
Vilnius.
have anything to say anymore.
Well, I don't. I mean, yeah, we should prepare more for these, but you know, I have fun anyway, so I don't really
It
mind.
is always fun to talk to you, Jay. There is no negative that comes from these
And well,
podcasts.
there's a lot of negative. For one, you have to be exposed to me. I'm radioactive. You have to be exposed to me for an extended period of time.
This is true.
This is dangerous,
This is
Vilnius.
true.
You know
I
it's
use it. I
dangerous
lose a year of my life every
every
time I
time,
talk to Jay.
dude. This this man has lost. This guy is gonna die in like a second.
41 years are already gone. Let's see how long I can last.
He's only talked to me 41 times in his life.
Before this podcast existed, I had never spoken to Jay.
Never. It's really kind of horrible how much he hates me. But it is what it is. What can I say except you're welcome? You know,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of
Oh
that
God.
situation right there. You know, you feel me, Wellness? You feel me?
Yes, yes,
Good.
yes. Moana was a good movie.
Moana is an amazing movie. Oh my god. And what's his face? The crab. Shiny. Good song. People.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a
I did
yeah. That
not
was a
like
good
that song
song.
as much as like everybody else seemed to like it though.
Hmm.
Everybody was like, oh my god, he do the song."
I saw more hype around "You're Welcome," but
Well, yeah, because that song got more famous. But my nanny at the time was part of the comedy community, and I think it was a comedian that did that song who played the crab
it may
or
have been.
uh who played the crab. Jermaine Clement. Who's Jermaine
I have
Clement?
heard of that person before, but you
Oh,
know,
maybe he isn't actually. I don't know what was the reason everybody was so excited.
I think they just like the song.
Oh, he's part of Flight of the Concords. Yeah. That's why.
Ah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Well, thank you
well.
all for listening.
Oh yes. Thank you for
Hopefully,
listening.
you had a good time.
And
Uh,
just remember, um, I've been staring at the water for as long as I can remember. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water. Phyllis, you want to finish the
Sing us
line?
out, Jay. Sing us out.
No
I don't know
matter
any
how
of the
hard
lines.
I try, oh fuck.
Perfect.
Wait,
See
wait,
ya.
wait. No. Oh, bye.
Yeah. Just drop my mic.
Sure did.
The Pog.
No, illegal. You're racist. Objectively racist now.